We back, guys, with another video. We just learned that Sue is actually the daughter of Dekonami, so it will be a lot harder to convince her, maybe, but we'll see what happens. Hard to believe, isn't it? I'm not sure how you're going to win Sue over to our side now that we know this, but I want to be there when you do. I'm with you to the very end, Z. In sickness and in health. Yo, we're not married yet. Naomi, calm down. I just mean, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy to be at your side. I wasn't, like, proposing or anything. I wasn't suggesting anything else. It's okay, Naomi. I understand. I'm happy too. I accept your proposal. I'll spring for the wedding. I get it. And for the record, this is the happiest I've ever been. Being with you has really filled a hole in my heart, Naomi. Thank you. I'd be happy to go with you tonight when we talk to Sue. Right, that's what I meant. Right. Oh, look at her blushing. She's so cute. She giggles and blushes away anything else, refocusing on what's in front of us. What's your plan for convincing Sue to backstab Deko and join forces with us? Iris told me I only get one chance at this, that I need to go with whatever I do best. But if I talk this through with someone, maybe I can learn a different path. Open to ideas. How would you handle this? Well, she kept saying she loved our arcade. I'm not sure she wanted to trash the place at all. I think she may already be on our side in her heart. If we approach as friends, waving the olive branch and trying to understand her heart a bit better, maybe we can make this work out for everyone. What do you think? I'll consider taking a kinder and gentle approach. I can see it. More flies with honey than vinegar, and so on. I'll consider a more friendly solution. Okay, sounds good, but really, it's up to you. It'll be getting dark soon. Still no sense putting this off. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. Well, this is it. Either we sort this mess out, or Storm Station crashes and burns. Or I get killed. I guess that's always an option, considering we're about to go confront a street gang that indirectly got me shot in the first place. I don't even want to consider the possibility of death. I'm immortal until proven otherwise, but well, if this is the end, I should probably have some words with my friends before I march towards Doom. I'm willing to get their opinion on how I should approach Sue. Grabbing my crutches, I swing my way out to the arcade proper to track down some folks. Now I'll just focus on the niceness. Let's see. I'm ready to talk with Naomi. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? Let's just talk to everyone. You know, everyone's our friend. Start with Gavin. I find Gavin looming large over the arcade floor behind the ticket desk. Seems he wasn't expecting me. So, our complications have developed complications. Seems to be the case. And you'd like my advice on the matter. Seems to be the case. Be clear with Sue. Be honest. And be ready to rise to whatever challenge she poses to you. If you let her make the first move, you can counter move through improvisation. I know you're talented at it. Use that talent to let her set up her own traps and step in them. Treat her with respect. But in the end, she's just a kid. You can outthink a teenager, I'd like to believe. If you take the situation seriously and approach with a clear mind, I've no doubt you'll win the day. Agreed? Sounds about right. Go in ready to form a strategy based on the conditions on the ground, then play out that strategy with a calm head. Precisely. That's the way I'd handle it. You know, when you first came to the Funplex, I had serious doubts about you. I'd assume you just feel like... Is it cute? Yo, I'm such a genius. But yeah, it seems like we're gonna have to go with kindness. Feel it and do the low-level labor, and while I focus on higher-order management tasks. So, I've largely kept my distance, or tried to at least, out of professional respect. But I can't help but have come to know you over the time we spent together. You're not a minimum wage trainee any longer. You've taken an opportunity and run with it, deviling not only the Funplex, but a whole new card arcade as well. I know you're facing a difficult challenge. I'm not going to blindly assume everything will be just fine either. But I know that if this is possible, if we can stave off bankruptcy, you will be capable of doing it. Thank you, having your respect means a lot to me. And if not, I can always tell my vital records. You were doing a terrific job before I came along too. Thank you, Gavin. I'm glad I've earned your respect. I worked hard to get all of us where we are today, and I don't intend to let any of you down. Of that, I have no doubt. All that remains is for me to wish you the best in your efforts tonight. Do Storm Station proud. Do us all proud. Ashley is wandering around the arcade floor, practicing what I can only assume are magical girl final attack sequences. Aren't you out of costume for that? Ashley finishes up a twirl before addressing me. You can take the magical girl out of the outfit, but you can't take the magical girl out of your heart. Plus, I'm practicing for the final boss fight. Aren't you ready? What? See, you take role-playing games, right? Doesn't this feel like you're about to enter the final boss fight? Like in every RPG ever? I totally agree with Ashley. Why am I stupid? Look, you've gathered up all your team members. See, Austin? Us, your friends? And we've all hunkered down in a dark, damp cave. See, also Storm Station. Now we're having this epic, sentimental chat about winning or losing. I couldn't be more spot on. Although I do wonder what class you'd be, Z. As long as Sue doesn't metamorphose into a six-winged floating half-torso of a monster as Gregorian chants play in the background, I think I can handle it. Speaking of which, how are you going to handle it? I have a few options floating around in my mind, but I was checking in with others to see what they recommended. If it was me trying to take down the final boss, I would give in to Sue's spunk and sass. Make it a bizarro final battle by playing to Sue's sense of adventure. Joke around with her. Maybe if we match up her antics with ours, we might best her at her own silly game. I'm gonna go with this one. I'm not sure leaving it up to Jest and Japes is the best way to tackle Sue. While she seems to like fun and games, she is a very real threat to Storm Station. There's gotta be a better way. I just know what I know, which is final boss fights. But I also know something else, which is always to trust thee. Whatever you end up doing, I know you're going to save Storm Station, and consequently, us all. Isn't that a little too hopeful? This is a very real chance I could fail this. This isn't some game, this is real life. Of course I realize that, but I gotta have hope. I believe in you, even if you don't believe in yourself. And here's what I get really sappy. Ever since you came to the Funplex on that day, you've affected us all. You've changed all our lives. And mine. For the better, of course. I've been watching you grow and change into the person before me, and you've inspired me to do the same, to become the person I want to be. So Z, no matter what happens in there, just know that you've made friends here. Friends that'll last a lifetime. And you're the best. I'm so happy to call you my friend too. A lifetime isn't long enough. It's important to make a connection with people. But a lifetime just isn't enough time. I need more time, Ashley. More time. Better take up medicine and find out those life hacks to make yourself immortal. And then hook the rest of us up with eternal life. And just so you know, you've been a tremendously amazing friend. Ashley twiddles her fingers for a second and then deviates from seriousness. Well, I know you've got things to do before the big fight. Just make sure you're stocked up on potions and don't forget to have the correct weapons equipped. All I have is this crutch. Did you see the stats on it though? Crutches do double damage to pesky teenagers. Good to know. And Ashley? Yeah, Z? Thanks for being so bright in this dark hour. You got it, friend. Now go out there and kick all the butts. Who else do I want to talk to before we leave? I think I spot Percy at the bar. Yep, there he is, having a beer and watching some fighting game tourney on the sports channel. Z, you've heard the news, then? That our arch-enemy is the father of our secondary arch-enemy? Yep. Unpleasant business, that. Simply unpleasant. I wish I could offer you boundless enthusiasm and a show of confidence, but this whole situation's gotten rather out of hand, hasn't it? As a matter of investment, my advice at this stage would be to cash out while you still can. I mean, I know that you won't, but that's what I'd suggest. Life is short. Take it from me. Best to make the most of what you have than to lose it all. So apologies for my inability to offer a pep talk. Afraid I'm rather melancholy today. It's okay, Percy. I'll take care of this little problem we're facing. Then I'll hold out hope. I'm not certain as to how you'll do this, but I'll hold out hope nevertheless. Well, how would you do it, if you were willing to give it a go? Tricky. I don't know how effective it would be, but I try to approach as a friend, connect with Sue on an individual level. It's going to be difficult, mind you. She's young, she's got something to prove, she has friends she needs to impress. Digging through all that to get to her heart, well, you've got your work cut out for you, yes? Won't be easy, but I think I can do it. I've been considering taking a gentle approach. Yeah, thanks for the advice, Percy. Anytime, love. No matter what, if this turns violent again, You should take the better part of valor and run for it. You got your youth and your health. Take it from someone heading into the Reaper's waiting room. There's no sense hastening that meeting. He's always seemed to joke about his own short lifespan, even if he's the only one who seems capable of laughing at it. Maybe I should really try to talk him about this. Look, Percy, about your condition. Percy, we love you. We want you happy and healthy. Can nothing really be done? There are always options. Have you truly exhausted all of them? Can I donate my heart? If so, I'll go get a pocket knife and sort this out. You're too awesome to just fade away. You need to stand up. I'm not a medical professional, and I'm not here to tell you how to lead your life. But with that in mind, are you certain there's nothing left to be done? Without dipping into crystals and chakras, surely there are other cardiac specialists, other experts, people who can consult, options you can take. See, don't be sad. It's quite fine, really. I've made my peace with this. I'm prepared to ensure my legacy continues long after I've passed. Don't forget, I'm reasonably wealthy, and charity will benefit from my passing, enriching the lives of others. No, death isn't my foe. He's become an ally, one I will walk with in time. But our forces tonight will be on you, not me. Don't let my situation weigh on your mind, not at this critical moment. I'll hear no more of it, understand? Fine. Now go out there and do right by your friends. Save Storm Station. I've decided to hold out hope. After all, lovely, isn't it? Obviously, Queen Bee is playing Fist of Discomforts, right? I make my way to FOD cabinet, and I'm in no way surprised to see her playing. Although this time, it's without the fancy rig and camera setup. It's just her. Ugh, I fucking hate playing against the AI. It's no challenge at all. I can do this with my fucking eyes closed. Hey kid, jump in here and be my opponent. I know better than to do that, Queen Bee. You would pulverize me with inside and out, and I'd be nothing but a human flesh puddle by the end. Sort of like how you're going to take down the Deco family? Huh? Queen Bee definitely hits a button combination, which officially takes out her AI enemy. Removing herself from the cabinet, she pulls at her jacket, straightening it out. I'm imagining you going into Sue's hideout, kicking down the front door, guns ablaze, and yelling at the top of your lungs and challenging Sue to one final showdown. What do you think? I think you've been talking too much with Ashley. Her imagination is rubbing off on you. Listen, Sue's a gamer, and we know she's got a bit of a competitive streak, right? Be confident and throw down your best shit talk. She won't be able to fight against him. She'll easily see we're superior to Daddy Dearest. I'll show Sue my first-rate moxie and take her down. You're right, Queen Bee. Once Sue sees my guts, and hopefully not my literal guts, she won't be able to do anything but side with me. Kid, I believe in you. As one of the 4 Heavenly Kings, I endorse you. In fact, I wouldn't have furthered my career as a pro gamer if it wasn't for you. When you first showed up at the Funplex, I thought you were going to be easy fodder for me to crush beneath my heels. This is supposed to make me feel better. Hold on a minute, kid. Let me finish. But as I got to know you, you aren't just another fan. You are a true friend. Sometimes when I'm frustrated, I look to you for inspiration. Me, but I'm just a Z. What is that curse word? Yeah, fuck, right? Watching you overcome your fears and fight for Storm Station, it makes my soul burn. It makes me realize I can overcome anything too. Even my most hardcore battles. So when you go in there tonight, don't have any doubt. You're a fucking badass person. And an even more badass friend. I am fucking awesome. I cherish you as a friend too. Now to convince you I'm a badass. F yeah. When you put it like that, I am pretty badass. Probably the most badass friend you got. Isn't that right, Queen Bee? Oh, kid, stop. You're splitting my sides. But seriously, I'm glad to have you as a friend. Okay. I can't handle any more of this mushy friendship talk. I'm going to ruin my reputation as the most radical person here, and we can't have that. I don't think anyone believes you are less than radical. Thanks, kid. Now go and do your thing. Oh, and don't forget to kill him dead tonight. As I'm about to retort, she beats me to it. I meant that literally, not figuratively. Ta. Who else do I want to talk to? Teo. There's one place I just know I'm going to find Teo. And when I get there, he's already on stage grooving to the beat. It's exactly like the day I first encountered Teo. Not a care in the world besides the beats per minute and the flashing lights surrounding him. Never skip a day, do you? Even when impending doom is nigh. Even when we're about to go head-to-head with Sue. I think I might have missed a couple days when I got the flu once. But seriously, just thinking about you facing off against Deko's daughter worried the heck out of me. That's why I hopped on Showtime stage to quell that anxiety. Dancing is a good way to clear the mind and work off any stress. Teo wipes the sweat from his brow as he hops down from the cabinet to join me on the arcade floor. Teo's carefree nature sheds, and he looks me dead in the eyes. Z, you don't realize how you've impacted us all, do you? I know it may not seem like it, but all of us have been impacted by what you've done for us and for all our arcades. We're all super grateful, especially me and my crew. You've helped me grow my community of dancers and kept us from harm, even when we tend to break the fire codes. I feel like you took the charge for that. I just provided a place for you all to play Showtime stage. Exactly. Without you, my crew? No, me. I wouldn't have been able to grow without your guidance. You've taught me so much. Since I met you, you've shown that it's possible to care for others and take care of your own needs. And for that, I'm truly honored to be your friend. I've got that Care Bear stare. How can I not care for my friends? Call me. It's true. If you can't take care of yourself, how can you be expected to take care of others? It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. It only took cracking a couple of eggs and you showing me that it can be done. Now if only I could get those eggs back, I'd make us a victory omelet. I smile at Teo, and he's always got a way to bring up the mood. And right now, I could use that brightness. Your words are comforting. But Teo, with you and everyone else counting on me, maybe I should get on the stage and dance. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't stressed. You have every right to be. You have to find a way to convince Sue to join our side. I don't envy you right now, Z, not one bit. By the way, how are you going to do that? What's the plan? I'm still trying to figure that out, exactly. What would you do if you were me? Teo takes a minute to really think it over. Sue's still a teenager, right? Very much so. What do teenagers do best? Rebel? Precisely. And how do they rebel? By doing what they want, when they want. They're all about having fun, appeal to her sense of adventure and mischief. You're sure to convince her if you act as childish as she will. I'm the manager of an arcade. Of course I'm all about that, about having a good time. If we can show her we're the better party people than her family, she might just join forces with us. Just for the heck of it. That's the spirit. No matter what happens in there, Mateo and his wily crew of dancers has always got your back. You're part of our community, after all, and a bond like that never dies. Thanks for always believing in me. No problem, my friend. Now go out there and show them your moves. Show them your moves. Who else? My best friend, Juniper. Juniper is having a lemonade at the bar. Granted, she sort of hates sipping it, clearly looking frustrated. This whole situation is total poop butts. She let out a heavy sigh as I approach. You just dug yourself out of the hole your life had become, and now you're going to lose another arcade? It sucks. Seriously sucks. Storm Station isn't lost yet. But it's not like you have a total plan for how to save it yet, right? Other than go talk to someone who may or may not help. Honestly, that's about as much of a plan as I ever have. And right now, it's as good of a plan as we're going to get. And if you were going in my place, how would you handle this? Well, I guess there's two tricks I'd try. One, she's a teenager, right? A rebel to the core. Be a rebel, a dissident, a class clown. Connect with her on that level and make her feel you're wild, too. Two, she's a teenager, right? I remember being young and totally stupid. Let her make a mistake, then outthink her. Keeping calm and using that to react to her moves. I guess they're wildly different ideas, but hey, one of them will work, right? Let's see how this is looking. Okay, that's still our highest one. When it comes to strategy, I've got more experience under my belt than she'd have. I can outthink her, should it come to that. Exactly! You know I'm proud of you. You've come so far from the Storm family curse days when you'd blame all your misfortune on fickle fate. Instead, you're diving in and trying to strangle fate with its own strings. And I want you to know, win or lose, I'll still be here. I'm your best friend, arcade or no arcade. And even if you lose this place, you'll always have a home. I'll make you pizza bagels and give you a shoulder to cry on. If I ever see another big one. Can we never mention the PB word again? I'm having harrowing flashbacks to the days of foul nutrition and low household income. I sooner eat my left arm than another pizza bagel. No problem. Consider it stricken from my dictionary. Besides, I prefer toaster pastries myself. Okay, I'm sufficiently cheered up, thanks to your infectious spirit. Now get out there and let him have it, Tiger. we're gonna end it here, guys. We got a pep talk from all of our friends. It was a bit of a longer episode, but I wanted to get through all of them. Where we got to the final battle. See you guys next time. Bye.